Hi Gratitude Seeker, welcome to day 15 of the 30 days of Thanksgiving daily experience. Our topic for today is money. How much money do you have in your pocket right now? Do you know? Do you know how much money you have in your wallet, in your bank account? Maybe as investments, or how much money you have saved for retirement. Our brain's natural tendency is to help us survive, and when it comes to money, we usually think about the things that we must pay for, or at times we might feel that we don't have enough money for all of the things that we want or that we actually need. And if we are not careful, that might actually become our experience around money. At times we forget and we don't give enough attention and enough gratitude to the money that we do have. So today, let's be thankful for the money that we have. Not as a materialistic thing, but as a way of balancing things out, of seeing the true story, the whole story of our experience. So right now, I want you to think about the money that you do have. I want you to think how much money you have in cash, in your bank account, in different kinds of assets, and put it down on paper. Also put down how much you're making, other possible sources of income that you have. We give a lot of our time to the bills, to the things that we need to pay, and we might get stressed out that we feel that we may not make enough. But somehow every month we're able to do it, and we're able to at least survive, if not thrive, another month. So, how much money do you have right now? You don't need to tell me personally. Just write it down. Look into your bank accounts and actually take the time to see it. Also, what do you do when you receive money? When you receive your paycheck? Or you receive money from a client? What do you feel then? Do you feel gratitude for the fact that you're receiving money? Or do you think about all of the bills, all of the things that you need to pay once you have the money in your hand? So today, take your time and rejoice. Appreciate the money that you're receiving each and every month. So just to get a little bit of perspective, there is this article in The Independent that says that if you are earning about 90,000 US dollars per year, you're in the top 5% of the richest people in the world. And I've also searched for this kind of a calculator. There is this website, Giving What We Can, that helps you calculate how rich you are, and of course lets you know how much you can do with donating 10% of your income. And according to this website, basically if you're making $15,000 per year, so not 50, 15, you're in the top 10% of the richest people in the world. I'll let that sink in a little bit. So most probably, even though you might not realize it, You're one of the richest people in the world right now. Did you ever see yourself as being rich? If you would compare yourself to the rest of the world, you are one of the richest people on earth, in the top 10%. Isn't that amazing? Think about it. You are rich. So now look back at your salary, look back at your paycheck, and realize that in fact you are one of the richest people in the world, and it's just a matter of perception. It's just a matter of appreciating how much you earn. Many people in the world earn in a year what you earn in 1 month. That's quite amazing, isn't it? Let it sink in a bit. And be thankful. Give thanks for the amazing opportunity you have to live where you do, for the fact that you are rich, and that it's just a matter of you realizing the fact that you are rich, you are abundant in so many ways. I've watched today a short interview about charity water, and just the fact that we have running water and that we don't need to walk for 2 or 3 hours to get some water that's not even clean. It's quite something, right? So give thanks for the money that you have. Appreciate it. Appreciate every dollar that you receive. Like Oprah says, appreciate it and you will have more of it. And one more thing that was very helpful for me, and I hope that it will be very helpful for you as well. So I've read some books around money management. One of my favorites is The Richest Man in Babylon. And the most important thing that I've learned from the books and also from a couple of courses that I took around money was the fact that it's important to pay yourself first. To put that 10% into a separate bank account, or to create a money jar at home, and to do this consistently. This has been very helpful because when you know that you have money and that you see it in your bank account or in your jar, there's something in our perception that changes. And when we see it and we appreciate it, and when we see there is enough and that we have enough, that makes us attract even more money. So let's appreciate the money that we have in our life, even though there are people that have much more than us. There will always be people that have more than us and that have more things, that have better things, that have more expensive things. But just comparing ourselves with them will never make us happy. And another thing around money, from my own experience, I can tell you that if you put a certain percent, it might be 10% or 1% off for donations, that can make a huge difference. Firstly, because you help other people, and secondly, it gives us the feeling that we have enough, that actually we have more than enough, that we are overflowing, that we are abundant, that we can give to other people as well. And even if we don't have $10 million, even if we have $1,000 and we give $10 or $100, it makes us feel great. It makes us feel that we have enough, more than enough, that we're overflowing, and it makes us appreciate the money that we have and the flow of money that we experience in our life. Also, make time at least once a week to see the money in your life. For instance, you might take time to make the calculations when it comes to how you pay the bills and everything, but take time also to see the money that you have and to appreciate it. Just when you have some free time, just look in your bank account like you would when you received a huge sum of money. Like at that time you were maybe looking at it like you couldn't believe it that you had such a huge amount of money in your bank account or in your hands. You can do this with the money that you have, even if it's not a huge amount, and it's really important that you do, because in this way, by appreciating it, you will attract more, because you see the money that you have and you don't give in to the fear of the fact that you need to buy all kinds of things and pay all kinds of bills and that it might not actually be enough. You see that it's enough. You see that you have quite a lot of it. You're actually one of the richest people in the world. And even more so when you give it away. When you know that you have enough, you give it away and you appreciate the things that you're spending it on. For instance, when you pay the electrical bill, you only think about the fact that you have to pay that bill usually. But think about all the electricity that you've enjoyed for that particular month, all of the things that you were able to do because of it, and you appreciate it, and you come from a place of gratitude, from a place of thanksgiving for that particular service, and that leads to more and more abundance. You can do this with everything. You can do this with the groceries. You can do this when you go out. You create a flow of abundance. Alright, this has been quite a long episode. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to be thankful today about the money that you have and to enjoy the fact that you are one of the richest people in the world. If you've enjoyed this episode, I would be very thankful if you would share it with your friends, with your family, and let them know about the Thanksgiving Daily Experience, about the Gratitude Podcast. I would really, really appreciate it. And like always, I would love to hear from you, whether you want to send me a personal email at hello@georgianbenton.com, or you might want to write a review on iTunes. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope that this is going to help you. I feel that it's one of the strongest episodes that I did on this Thanksgiving Daily Experience, and I really hope that it's going to have a profound impact on your experience with money, on how you view it, and on how you enjoy the money that you do have. Thank you so much once again for listening, and thank you so much for sharing this episode, this Thanksgiving Daily Experience and the podcast with your loved ones. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
My name is Anthony Capizzoli. I am the host of the Dismantled Life podcast, and I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict after nearly 40 years of addiction. I've been clean and sober for nearly 4 years and work hard to help others find recovery. Join me each episode to learn from my sober superhero guests and how they went from the darkness of addiction into the sunlight of recovery. Dismantled Life can be found on Digitent Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.